Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Rod here with the Hodler Fud Crypto, your new source for all things cryptocurrency. Well, guys, again, really appreciate the support. I'm not really enjoying this three times a week. There's just so much to cover, and I feel like it's been forever since I've released a video. So I don't know what we're gonna do because I don't really like the time away from the camera. But with that being said, let's dive into the Sunday night market recap. And the first thing we need to really talk about is where the market's at. Now, we do have a global crypto market cap today of 1.89 trillion. So we are down from where we were last week, but there has been an absolute colossal amount of manipulation in the market. Now, how can we suggest that there's manipulation in the market? Well, you can look at prices of things continue to fall, and just as they start to regain, they get knocked down again. Now, why are people manipulating prices, you would ask? Well, great question. Here's what they want to do. They want to shake you out of the market and get you out of your position so that they can now push the price lower and buy more for themselves. The whales definitely dictate where this market's going, and they wanted more for themselves, so they're trying to shake out the individual and make you lose your money. Now, guys, be smarter than this. Do not panic sell all of your bags. This is exactly what they want to see. Start holding that money tight because it's the only way that you're going to get that freedom that you're looking for. If you just start selling at the first sign of panic and create mass hysteria, it's not going to work out well for you. Like, again, I've told you guys time and time again, you cannot trade the market because you can't pick the top and you can't pick the bottom. With that being said, guys, it's Sunday night. We've got a quick market review. We're not going to touch on much news. There's not a whole lot happening. The big thing is that we've had a really red week as a whole. And actually within the last hour, we've started to see things really start to climb back up. Bitcoin was down and flirted below the $47,500 mark, only for a short period of time. It went down to 47,488, and it was down there for less than a 15-minute candle, guys. That 47,500 has been the next lowest line of support that people didn't want to see us go below. Now, we only went below it for a little bit. I wouldn't use that as an indicator saying we're done. Now, with Bitcoin itself, we're at 50,669 as we speak. It's up 1.25% in the last 24 hours. Again, it's been kind of one of those steady plodding days where things are bouncing all over the place. So a lot of I think the mass hysteria around Bitcoin right now, we had the Pi cycle indicator come to a top now, and when that touches, it means we've hit a local top or the top of the market. Now, which top of the market are we at? We're not sure yet, but what I can tell you is every other Bitcoin indicator is showing us we are not near the top. So in 2013, the Pi cycle indicator touched and we had a local top, and we then had a huge spring into the second cycle for Bitcoin. So look for something kind of maybe a hybrid between 2013 and 2017, as what this is really showing us is Bitcoin is not quite as predictable as we were hoping. But with that said, very bullish still on Bitcoin. Buy the dip, guys. Do yourselves a favor and get out and explore what you want to add in your positions and go and get it. Now, whether you're hodling something like Bitcoin or Ethereum or Cardano or Polkadot or Matic, the list goes on what's on sale right now, guys, because it has been an absolute bloodbath. So find what you're looking for. What does your portfolio need? Go out and get it. Top it up. Get some of it. Find it. Try it. Because that's what's going to help us right now, guys, is not getting everything into USDT or USDC. Trust me, things are going to start to calm down. We're going to see this thing play out, and we're going to have a big week. Now, so we've covered Bitcoin and kind of what's going on with it. Look for a hybrid between 2017, 2013. I still think that this actually might give us, this cool down period might give us a bit longer of a Bitcoin cycle than what was originally predicted, but we'll have to wait and see how that plays out. And maybe alter into some of my calculations, as I did most of my calculations off the 2017 run. So I'm going to have to go back and look at the 2013 versus 2017 run. Anyways, expect big things this week for a lot of these coins. Bitcoin included is definitely going to go back up. I'd love to see it hit back around that $60,000 range this week. Let's get it to 56,000 this week, and I think we'll call it a win. Now we'll get to Ethereum, which is number 2 in our top 10. And it has been for a while, guys. And why is that? Well, we've talked about Ethereum being the OG altcoin. It is the first altcoin to Bitcoin. It is the yin to the yang. And that is why it'll remain the number 2 token until something else comes along that can supplant it. Now, don't get me wrong, Binance Coin has a strong project and a great platform. I just don't think that it's going to have enough steam to take out Ethereum in the number 2 spot. So Ethereum, we've got all kinds of news around it. You know, Canada's now put out a 4th ETF with it, released on Friday. You know, now there's 8 ETFs in North America that involve Ethereum and Bitcoin, and I can name 7 of them in Canada. So I know there's none in the US yet. So hopefully that comes together. That'll help with exposure in the States and bring more money into the market. And I think that will also bring more money into the market as a positive note than what the Coinbase IPO would have done. As I spoke, I didn't really see that there was going to be a correlation between Coinbase releasing as an IPO and having a huge drive up in price, as we already had the retail investors in that wanted to be in on Bitcoin right now. So Ethereum, strong 24.10 right now. It's up 8.75%. It's had a really solid week considering the bath it's been for everything else. Now, I honestly thought we were going to see that 26.56 on Saturday. Now it's looking like it's been pushed out until tomorrow. But we still will see it this week. We'll actually maybe even flirt in and around that $2,900 mark by the end of this week. I expect great things from Ethereum and the rest of the market as it starts to pick up its socks and get back to war here. After all, we are in a bull run and we need to fend off the bears. So number 3, we got Binance Coin. We've talked about it. Binance Coin, guys, at $516 a token is an absolutely phenomenal deal. I don't think it has much more than maybe a 2x in it. You may be able to double your money in this investment, but it's also going to be a really good investment if you want to see something ride up relatively quick. I think Binance Coin is going to go back onto that steam train that it was on about 10 days ago, and it'll find itself back up around that $600 mark real quick. Number 4, Tether, skip. Number 5, XRP, down to $1.10. I'm not really sure where we're at with XRP. There hasn't been much news out that I've seen with how it's going on the court case with the SEC. I do know that I saw earlier last week that the SEC was disputing some of the information, but let's wait and see how that plays out. Again, we've talked about how that'd be a huge moral victory for cryptocurrency in general, so a lot of people are watching that. Number 6 is Cardano at $1.13. There is some big news for Cardano coming out for release on Thursday. So I would watch for Cardano to have a week. It is going to go absolutely nuts. Now, I would definitely say we're going to touch all-time highs for Cardano this week. And I'm going to say that we might even flirt into that $2 to $2.10 range based on where this thing's heading this week. Excuse me. Dogecoin sliding ever so gracefully out of our grasp as social media continues to push this thing down our throats. It's at 26 cents. I do know a lot of people that are still trying to find a right indicator to get out of it. It's now, but hang on to it as long as you like. This isn't financial advice, my own opinion. I did the Dogecoin thing this year, guys. I have made money on Dogecoin. I've moved on from Dogecoin. Not to say that I'm not in favor of hitting $1 for the rest of you to make money. It's just something that I don't know that it's going to get there. It lost its steam at 40 cents when I got out, and I'm just happy that I haven't seen it gone back and charged beyond it yet. Number 8 project, Polkadot. I would expect Polkadot to overthrow Dogecoin by the end of this week. And if Polkadot's not, Polkadot will do it. I thought maybe Uniswap was closer, but it's lost a lot of ground. Polkadot at 31.35, guys. We've talked about this before. I thought Polkadot was a good price at 33.50. I thought it was a good price at 34.50. I thought it was a good price at $37. I thought it was a good price at $40. What Polkadot's offering and what it can do until Ethereum hits that hard fork in July is going to absolutely push these projects that offer those roll-ups as well as the smart contracts that Ethereum's struggling to get through. So watch for big things from Polkadot, but I think it's an absolute steal of a deal. I've loaded back up on more Polkadot this weekend because I'm expecting for it to absolutely pop off. The number 9 spot is held by Uniswap, guys. Uniswap's another exchange token. It's had a really big pullback, and there are many saying that you're going to see it rush right back up to where it was prior to this 30% pullback. Now, if you remember, on Friday, we did a video on PancakeSwap. Now, PancakeSwap was not immune from the pullback this weekend. However, PancakeSwap has definitely gone ahead and pulled itself back up and moved forward. So these DEX swaps are going to expect great things from them this week. Uniswap especially, but watch PancakeSwap start to steal the show here. We're going to see it close gap on that number 3 spot with it being a part of that Binance Smart Chain. And we might just see this sweetheart of a deal waltz its way into the top 20 this week. Number 10 is Litecoin, guys. $232.87 per, and it is staggering itself in and around that. I want to be in the top 10. I don't want to be in that top 10. Now, we were expecting with the white paper of Chainlink 2.0 to really propel that into the top 10. But what we saw this week was a whole bunch of pullbacks and corrections, which, don't get me wrong, guys, those are really healthy in this market because it will give us a explosive charge to the upside. So these projects are going to get back on track and start to gain momentum. And as they gain momentum in altcoins, you're going to see absolutely insane runs for these projects. So it's just about finding that right time to buy. Now, most of these coins are starting to recover as they wake up from their sleepy slumber of a weekend where somebody had their foot on their throat, holding them underwater. Guys, it's our time to shine. Go out and find what you're looking for and buy as much of it as you can afford. Okay? Pack your bags because we're going to have a good week. It's got to happen soon. And everything's pointing to the direction that we're maybe going to see us actually find the bottom and move our way up. So that's kind of the top 10. The top 10 for the last 24 hours. We've got UMA, Zen, Uniswap, Matic, T-Fuel, Aave, Clay, Phantom, and Solana. So some projects we've definitely talked about a lot in the past are starting off the week on a strong foot. Of those ones I really like, I really think Matic's going to have a good week. It's been talked a lot about this weekend about it really being the solid foundation for the shortcomings of Ethereum and how it's going to help until July. And As BitBoy pointed out, it is easily accessible as it is listed on Coinbase. You know, Phantom's an absolutely fantastic project. I've been waiting for this thing to pop. I've been holding on to it. It's up to almost 32 cents right now. So very happy with where Phantom's at. And I'm really hoping for a big week for Phantom. Solana we've talked about. And I really expect this week to be the week for Solana to go on that run we spoke about last week. If we want to talk about we don't want to talk about the last 7 days for losers because everything's had that pullback. And we'll talk about some of them here in the next segment with our Sunday Night Quickie. But if we look at our biggest gainers over the last 7 days, we have Solana, PancakeSwap, Clio, Luna, Maker, Compound, Matic, R-Wave, and Swiss Borg. Now, Swiss Borg's only in at 11%. Uniswap's right there nipping at its heels. So we've got a really nice lineup for this week to absolutely go through it and bounce into something. And so with all bets off, I guess we can touch base on the Bitcoin dominance is down at 50.2%, but the ETH dominance is what we really want to see is right up around that 15%. That really means we're in a strong altcoin season, and watch for these things to push up, especially as Bitcoin starts to come back up. So you may be asking yourself, Hodler Fud, what do you think about your last two picks for the last Sunday Night Quickies? And I'm going to tell you what I think of them. I hope you guys aren't betting on them because there's just so much that happens in the market, guys. If you're going to take the advice to get in on these projects that I like at that time, and again, these are a lot of projects that I'm holding long term. So I was just going through and finding indicators that I thought were going to absolutely pop off. Now, what I didn't foresee was a 30 to 50% correction for some of them. Last week hurt. Dent bit me again. So guess who's not going to get picked this week for the dodgeball team, Dent? We're supposed to be dodging stuff, not getting hit. Honestly, guys, like it was a bad week across the market for most things as it struggled to go through. So I don't really want to dwell on what the last two picks have been because the last two Sunday Night Quickies have been absolutely hammered by manipulation towards the end of the week. Now, I know it's not the whales that aren't liking the information because I'm not throwing out huge fish for people to go and buy. But they're not going to like what I have to say about this week if they're worried about where the attention's going, because for this week's Sunday Night Quickie, the threesome is going to consist of, ready for it? Ethereum, Cardano, and I'm going to go off the rails and say Polkadot. Those are my three for this week, guys. I'm expecting absolutely huge things from Cardano. I'm expecting a great run for Ethereum to have a strong week. So, honestly, I could have picked a name out of the hat of the top 20 for who I thought the third was going to be to have a good week. But I really do think that Polkadot is poised to bounce back to at least that $42 mark, which would give me a 25% return on my money this week. So if I'm looking for projects to get into, it's Cardano, it's Polkadot, and if you're not in Ethereum right now, guys, you got to do yourselves a favor and go ahead. Now, there have been all kinds of reports of people saying, who are Bitcoin maximalists, saying should they be pulling their Bitcoin and investing it all into Ethereum, as Ethereum has outperformed Bitcoin again this year. Now, guys, understand that Bitcoin as a whole, when you purchase Bitcoin, it's not meant to be bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold, bought and sold. That's trading, and you're going to want to maybe look at doing that through an exchange of some sort, maybe with leverage, but not necessarily where you buy a token on, say you go to Coinbase and you buy Bitcoin, and then you see the price go down and you sell it, and then you see it go up and you buy it, and then you see it go down, you sell it. Do you see how that doesn't work, guys? Because if you have $100 and you do that, and you sell it and you lose 10%, now you get $90 and it goes up 10%, now you get $99, goes down 10%, you got 90, 80, 89, 90. You see how it's bouncing around where you're always going to be behind unless you get a huge upswing. So when you're buying in at a Bitcoin, if your $100 is your max, I think a good play for the week would be buy $25 one day, see what the price does, buy $25 the next day, see what the price does. And as you find those entries to market, just keep putting that little $25 in and plod yourself along, as you'll be able to pick when you're going up and going down. And when you see the market pull back, even on the way down, if you buy anywhere on that way down, it's better than buying at that top. So Bitcoin is definitely something that if you purchase, you're going to want to hodl. It's up to you guys. It's your money. You can do what you want. This isn't financial advice. These are my opinions, my thoughts. So definitely a lot of these altcoins, you definitely can do that. Get into something, ride it out. So this week we've got Ethereum, Cardano, Polkadot to round out our Sunday night quickie. And if I could leave you guys with just a thought this week as you think about where we are in the market and what we've seen over the last 2 weeks, you got to understand that these individuals or groups with lots of money that are trying to shake you out of your position and get you out of the market will increase the supply. And when the supply is high, the price goes down, but there needs to be a product for these people to buy. And so as you see this kind of shakeout happening, and we get all kinds of people going to the sell side to panic, that's when we have these further pullbacks, guys. So understand that I don't want you to lose money, but I also don't want to see you get to the point where you pull out of something thinking it's the end and the indicators aren't there to indicate it yet, guys. Don't just listen to me. Listen to multiple people on this, okay? Again, none of us are financial advisors. These are all opinions. But until you have somebody like Carl DeMoon or BitBoy or even Crypto Jeb talking about the end or we're near the top of the market, those are indicators that you're going to want to look at and say, oh, if everybody else is saying we're getting near the end, I've got to look for my exit strategy and what that might be. Now, again, we talked about dollar cost averaging to get into something. You can also dollar cost average on your way out. So that's taking profits as we go up. Again, we're talking more into the altcoins than we are so much to the Ethereums and Bitcoins. Now, that being said, if you've bought Ethereum at, say, $2,400 today, and it goes up and touches $24,000, you may want to take some of that money out and then position yourself when the market does its large correction at the end of the bull cycle. But again, not financial advice, guys. Try to time it so that you're not pulling it all in at once. Try to do a dollar cost average on the way out and take profits on the way up. But that's what I got for tonight, guys. I need you guys to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications and like these videos. It goes a long way in helping the channel figure out what content you're looking for. Also, we're going to do a Tuesday, Thursday this week, and we might pull in maybe a Saturday. I don't know. We might go to every other day. I don't know. I found between Thursday and tonight was just too long. And it was kind of nice to have the reset because the market was what the market was. But I don't like being away from you guys that long. So I want to get more information out to you. Hit me up with the coins you want me to talk about next. I'm looking for something for Tuesday night. I'm looking for something for Thursday night. Go ahead and hit me with them, guys, because I want to talk about them if you guys want to hear about them. Go ahead and check out that pancake one we did on Friday, as it's already doing well for us. Our portfolio is bursting with syrup. So guys, that's what I got for tonight. Tonight, every night, and always Protect yourself, don't wreck yourself. Hodler FUD, over.